Every year is a Star Wars year. Every month is a Star Wars month. And this is Star Wars The Force Unleashed. And I'm playing it because in a month's time, since today, the day I'm recording this, it's gonna be a release of a new game that looks interesting? Looks playable at least. But what it also looks like is, it kinda looks like this game. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the trailer for Fallen Order, I think it is. Anyway, we're experiencing a demo presentation or whatever. And let's go. I'm gonna start a new game and then I'm gonna switch around for a save where I've got things done. Because what we're gonna be doing is playing a new game plus. So I'm not gonna be looking for any datacrons, for any holocrons, for any crystals, any extras. I'm just gonna enjoy the game the way it should be played, the way it's meant to be played. Yeah. It's fine, we're gonna override this. What do we wanna play? DLCs or the actual game? We're gonna play all of them anyway. The Force Unleashed we're gonna start, and on normal. Also, of course, technically I should talk through all of this, because there's music and they're gonna copyright and I'm gonna have to fuck about for a month with it. Not that I'm earning anything off of it anyway, yet, but they already laying claims to it. So that's what it is. The Force Unleashed, as opposed to The Force Awakens, which everyone that ever played games or had experience with this game had problems with the title of the new movie. The galaxy is on the brink of total darkness. The evil Galactic Empire has overthrown the Old Republic. No, it overthrew the Republic. The Old Republic is the other series that I've got on my channel. What's going on there? And now holds countless worlds in the strip of fear? Grip of fear, there it is. The Jedi Knights have been all but destroyed, only a handful have escaped Imperial forces, disappearing into hiding across the galaxy. The Emperor's spies have located a lone Jedi Knight on the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk. The Sith Lord Darth Vader has been... I can't read that anymore. Hopefully you read that faster than I did, cause I'm not gonna go back to it. You can, I can't, and I'm gonna voice it over. And it was all just for the purpose of kind of droning out the music. Cause copyrights. Yeah. Yes. Star Wars. The new game looks promising, so soon enough. Also, so these cinematics, they kind of look awful. They kind of look like from Xbox 360, which is kind of shit. It's kind of shit because the in-game assets look pretty much alright. They look quite alright, is what I really wanted to say. Yeah, only 2 landing gears to the sides. Hope the ship doesn't tip over. Also, pay attention to the scene, because we're gonna go back to that. Sort of. Look, Darth Vader. Didn't you always want to play Vader? Look how funny he walks. Look at this. And this is only the beginning.
Lord Vader, we were ambushed upon arrival, but I have the situation well in...
I have no interest in your failures, Commander. I am here on a mission of my own.
And there's the gameplay. There it is, right there. There it is, there's the gameplay, there. The gameplay walked in right alongside Vader's. So yeah, he looks also he looks weird. Like the cape is massive all around him. It's not that he's that wide in the shoulders, but physics. What's this? Star Destroyer. There it is. It's a pretty big ship. Why won't you just bomb them to hell and back? Just raise the planet. Why are we fighting with infantry? There it is. There's a scene I wanted to mention. Didn't know I'm gonna be able to talk about it this early. Look at the skybox. Look at the Star Destroyers over in the distance. Do you see those spires, those rock formations? How low resolution and blurry they are? And how crisp the Star Destroyers are? It looks terrible. It looks like shit. It looks like you've got those toys, the model spaceships, that you move behind some fucking, I don't know, photo wallpaper, something like that. Why is the Lambda shuttle in this spot, in this situation? Kind of tumble? What happened? It's not like there's anything that could fall, is it? Is it a cliff or is it just an island? Like a beach, more like. Can't say, anyway. Yeah, Vader with his wide-ass cape, looking silly as shit. Also, why is he walking so weird, at least in the cutscene? Is it because all the shit medical procedures he had done to him after Mustafar that Sidious decided to put him through?
His nervous system sustained the least amount of damage from his injuries at Mustafar. Nonetheless, it was implanted with sensor webs, tracing activity running through his cerebellum along his spinal cord to the sensory and motor neurons, so it could be constantly and closely monitored. As such, if his neurons were ever unable to communicate with his metallic prosthetics, Vader would be rendered immobile, and a programmed alert would go out to Empal Sur Recon via hyperwave signal.
Maybe.
Instead of using Durasteel for his leg prosthesis, the medical droids had substituted an inferior alloy and had failed to inspect the strips that protected the electromotive lines.
Durabronze.
That sounds pretty good. As a result, the inner lining of the pressurized bodysuit was continually snagging on places where the strips were anchored to the knee and ankle joints. Additionally, the tall boots were a poor fit for his artificial feet.
The man can't even get shoes that fit.
The guy can't catch a breath. These devices made it even more difficult for him to move with ease, much less any grace. Raised on the heel, the cumbersome footwear canted him slightly forward, forcing him to move with exaggerated caution, lest he stumble or topple over. Worse, they were so heavy they often felt rooted to the ground, or as if he was moving with high gravity. He even felt he needed to use the force to move.
So that's the introduction level, where we are Darth Vader. We have different force powers than our main character, and we are not tutorialized on any of it. So better get a hang of it fast. We can kill our own dudes, as being able to target them. You can immediately see it's a console game really at heart, because you've got target locking and the aiming reticule is on the target and it marks it in its entirety. So this game essentially was supposed to be like Jedi Academy or Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight really, but they kind of failed, so it's not. Also obviously it was supposed to be on consoles, so, you know, we can't have third-person aiming reticle and precision mouse control. Right. So yeah, gonna have to push that. Amazing physics, amazing physics. What was I talking about? Vader walking, right? So this level is terrible, cause you're not tutorialized on all your force powers right away. But the big problem is, Vader is in no rush to go anywhere. Look at him, strolling, swaggering across Kashyyyk. This is as fast as he goes. I'm hitting shift, which would work as not so much boost as it is dash. That's what it's called. As it is dash. But Vader doesn't dash. He does jump quite high too, but it's not dash. There's supposed to be a bunch of mechanics in this game, like engines more like, and I was excited about them. First, physics engine that's working here, obviously aside from Havoc, is digital molecular matter, which I was interested in when the game was coming out. I was hyped about this. I was hyped about this game. I was interested in getting it, and I did get it. It's an actual legitimate example of the game. Yes, not a copy, an example. I paid for it. Also, yeah, cinematic camera happens from time to time, leaving you controlless and knowing what's gonna happen to you. You could be dying at these moments, you wouldn't know. Yeah, digital molecular matter. So the idea behind it was that all the objects are made out of different things, obviously, right? And different things interact differently when there are forces acting on them. So the idea was that all the things would act differently. Plants would bend like plants. Wood would break like wood with splinters and shit. Metal would bend and crack like metal with plastic deformation, right? Rocks would break apart. Glass would shatter into bits. And it wouldn't be governed like manually, being animated, sort of. Yeah, sort of into like sheets wouldn't be manually animated to look like shattering glass. You just put in a sheet of material, label it glass, and then the digital molecular matter would calculate the appropriate deformation or destruction model. Yeah, most of this game is called The Force Unleashed, which is to say you're probably gonna be using Force, the Force, most often. But for instance, well, Vader does have the what's that about? The Force Unleashed, the idea is that you're gonna be a very powerful Force character, and you're gonna be generally using Force most often. But the idea behind using Force is not like Jedi Academy or Jedi Outcast or Jedi Knight, which is you don't have a bunch of Force powers like grip, like lightning, like push, mind trick, protect, absorb, healing. Here you just have a Force hold, essentially, where you can get the dude up in the air and move him about and have him be animated like this, which is another behavior engine, which is Euphoria, and we're gonna talk about this later too. This guy is already dead. I knocked him slightly with that other dude, with the other Wookiee I picked up. Oh shit. What's with the frame rate drop? I don't know. Do you know? See, it splinters because it's wood. Oh, there, it splintered some more. And some more. Oh. So you've got the Force hold. Vader has Force grip, which is the Force choke, obviously. There we go. Force grip. Let's aim at the Wookiee, not at the Force. Not Force and not form. Stormtrooper. There we go. Force choke. There it is. We've got lightsaber combat. Some essence, and we've got Force push. Regular Force push, or like an advanced form of Force push from block, which blasts everyone and everything radially from you. There it is. When you hold block, you get your little whatever this is, UI element that tells you what forces you've got, and one of the forces you also have should be lightsaber throw. Yes, you've got lightsaber throw. You can combine these to some degree, and it's all cool and shit, because it's also about Force powers, but often your Force seems to be lacking, even though you're later on established that you can be very powerful with the Force, but they pretty much don't give a fuck. So look, you can pick up a dude, throw a lightsaber into him, and then push him away. He's already dead, pretty much, as soon as you pick him up, because... where's that Wookiee that jumped over? Oh, is there a holocron? No. It looks like it is. Anyway, dude, you can pick him up and he's already dead because you can just throw him off the level and he dies. And there is no defense from him against it. So there it is. That's already dead. There we go, dead. This one flew again. I didn't know Wookiees can jump up this high. Sort of ridiculous. Also the rubble falls on me and completely ruins the camera work. Right, Vader, chop chop. Time's a wasting. And yeah, that's the first level of the game. You can be a silly Vader. You could go over there, but that's... oh. We could have gone over there, and I thought there would be a holocron there. Like... because that's the longer way around, and why would you bother? Well, probably because there are collectibles there. But there isn't. It's just that there is a TIE fighter destroying the beta bridge. And that's the trick, anyway. Jeez, shit. Yeah, something's going on with the cursor all of a sudden. It's not locked in the game. It was throughout all of it. There we go. It's gonna end up being a problem. One way or another. And yeah, so Euphoria now. Euphoria caused this game lots of trouble. Yeah, there we go. See, he grabs a ledge because Euphoria. Euphoria is an NPC behavior engine, in case you don't know, which makes them act naturally instead of a ragdoll. It's not so much that people ragdoll around when they're thrown on the ground. It's more that they do generally like have a standards of behavior. I think it's not just ragdolling. They do still try to act. And when you grab a dude and you move him over to a different dude, they'll grab each other because they don't wanna have their friends be taken away and shit like that. They'll grab the ledge because they don't want to be taken away. And shit like that. It's pretty cool. Only there are other problems, like if you decide to throw a dude or like knock him off balance, at least they start acting weirdly. They like stomp in place, trying to keep balance. It looks very silly. No, Vader, just do this. Yes, there we go, Vader. See, also, force push is enough to just outright kill them. They're already dead. And will I be able to get to the final boss of this level? And then the cutscenes. How would I merge with the cutscenes? I think I've got an idea. Alright, Vader, chop chop. We're already there. There it is. Look, there's nothing there. Aside from this Wookiee, of course. There's nothing there, and then we woke up. And the dude is already there. No door opening animation. No dude waiting for us there, actually.
Disguise yourself from me, Jedi.
Turn back!
No. So yeah, boss battle. There's like stages to this. Of course, Vader has no fast movement maneuvers. And I don't know, every time I start this fight by force pushing him, that deals damage, and that breaks the trees that are around, and it blocks my view and camera, and I don't know what I'm doing, and then I have to get back, and it's shit. See? Damage again. Fuck. Also, it's so weird to judge the distance. That's right. So weird and so awkward to judge the distance. Fantastic. For the accurate strike, also, you know, aiming is bad because it's console game and not Jedi Knight game, actually. And then he's gonna be doing these weird things and I don't know what to do about them. This and that. No, not good enough. Well, that didn't break. You failed, mate. I'm doing better than in my trial. Like, you know, I did start this game to look around, but how... Jeez, this is a disappointment. This is disappointing. It was supposed to explode. And, you know... dramatically enhance the scene, but that did not work. And then see, this is it. This is the second stage of the boss battle. And what he does is just casts force shield on himself, and it's continuously unable to be damaged. So you're just wasting time avoiding TIE fighters being thrown at you. Shit. It's not as good as you hope, or as I would hope this game to be. Look at Vader's face, or at least Helmet's face. He looks like, oh, these are some pretty good bananas. And the quick time events. For some reason I had music. Yeah, that's something that I wanted to mention. I had a music. You probably will have too. Music only in my left ear. In the main menu. Don't know why. This generally works well.
Someone far more powerful nearby. Where is your master?
The dark side has clouded your mind. You killed my master years ago.
Then now you will share his fate. A son?
Run!
Again, this silly part. He had him force choked. So he decided, I'll kill you with a lightsaber. But nah, apparently he was able to just force choke him to death anyway. It's like extra drama for no reason, right? The Jedi Master, or just the Jedi Knight.
Come with me. More will be here soon.
The Jedi Knight was conscious enough to be able to defend himself from force attack, like in Jedi Knight.
I found
You could have pushed him away, and that would break his grip.
At last, the dark side is your ally. Rise, my apprentice.
What is your will, my master?
Your training is nearly complete. It is time to face your first true test.
Your spies have located a Jedi?
Yes, Master Ram Kota. He is attacking a critical Imperial shipyard. Destroy him and bring me his lightsaber.
I shall leave at once, master.
The Emperor cannot discover you. Leave no witnesses. Kill everyone aboard, Imperials and Kota's men alike.
Oh no!
As you wish, my master.
This weird visible confusion. You're a Sith. The whole idea behind this game is, what if you just played a Sith straight from the get-go? Look at this face. Yes, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, but it looks like fucking. It's hideous. An in-game model is way better. You're actually able to put
Master, another excellent duel.
put his skin to play
Catch
as.
me by surprise. I haven't fought that training program in years. I thought you'd erased it.
I hoped that using an older training module would catch you off guard and allow me to finally kill you. I'm sorry I failed you again.
Well, I'm sure you'll keep trying.
Great relationship.
Don't ambush me anything.
Proxy.
Yes, why are we whispering? Shh, who's that? Ah, yes. Your new pilot has finally arrived, Master. Accessing Imperial records.
Captain Juno Eclipse, born on Corilag, where she became the youngest student ever accepted into
Who
the
the
Imperial Academy.
Whose fucking
Deputy
last
combat
name
pilot
is
with over 100
Eclipse?
combat missions, and commanding
Make her
officer
sound
from
very
the
space-like.
handpicked by Lord Vader to lead his Black 5 squadron, but later reassigned to a top secret mission. Is there a psychological profile in there too?
Proxy, the perfect sex
Yes.
bot.
But it's restricted. Oh, Master, I can tell you she's going to be impossible to reprogram.
Do you know why you're here?
Yes, my orders are clear, and keep your ship running and fly you wherever your missions require.
Did Vader tell you that he killed our last pilot?
No. But I can only assume
Look at
that
this.
he gave Lord Vader good reason to do so. I will not.
Well, let's hope so. I'm sick of training new pilots.
What have you done to my ship?
Welcome
I've taken the liberty of
to the
upgrading
Silly
Shadow's
Walk
sensor.
Ministry.
Now you'll be able to spy on any suspects.
Look at this. Look at this.
You are one of Vader's spies.
You don't need to know anything about my missions except where I'm going. Now I need to jump to Nar Shaddaa. Can you handle that?
Of course.
Right, perfect. So now more cutscenes, I'm pretty sure. Or do we get a loading screen? Yeah, talking about loadings. This game has such long loading times. Even in fucking menus. It's awful. It's very console-like. Ah, perfect. The training program. Do I play it or do I wait? I'm not sure. Anyway, you can read the text if you really want to, because I sort of kind of remember or can figure out what to do with it. Without reading. There it is. Juno Eclipse, that's her name. The demeanor. How different Starkiller is when he talks to Vader compared when he talks to his robot, when he talks to Juno. Such stark contrast, so weird. I don't know what to think about this. Like, I'm not sure. What am I doing? Use mouse and this. Excellent, master. Yeah, in case you don't know, you grab things with the right mouse button or use your controller because you're a console faggot. You can move it in one plane. Well, it's like you can move it up, down, left and right with a mouse. So it's like a vertical plane. Yeah, and with the horizontal plane you can move it closer, further and to the left and right too. So you've got two ways to control left and right. So technically be twice as fast, but not only does it not work like that, but also it's just redundant. Because three-dimensional space. What am I doing now? Killing them? Am I supposed to just throw the object at them, I think? My pal had lots of issue controlling objects in this game and in this fashion. He doesn't understand. He couldn't understand that you just grab the object, make it move, and then let go of the force button, which is the right mouse button in case you've already forgot. There we go. Got him? No. No. Close down. Yeah. And that's how you deal with this. Space. Quit. I wanted to say something else, but I already forgot. Yeah, Rogue's Shadow. That's his ship. Oh, what's this ship? Could you guess? Could you figure that out? What kind of reference is that?
Roxy, give me the target.
According to Imperial records, Master Ram Kota was a respected general in the Clone Wars.
You're hunting Jedi.
Why are you acting surprised? You're a part of the Empire.
To justice. Now so do you.
Why do you have to explain yourself? You're the Sith here in the Empire.
Instead, he relied on his own militia.
And why do you have to sugarcoat it? It's just justice.
After Order 66, he vanished. Official Imperial records actually claim he's dead.
Yeah, we already know what the Order 66 is. It's contextualized. You should think that Jedi are the bad ones, and it's fine. Why are we sugarcoating it? Why the surprise? Why the secrecy?
7.
And if it's supposed to be a secret, why are you having this briefing in the cockpit right next to her? The ship is bigger than this one room.
Lock down the command center and get that hologram projector up and running.
Yes, sir.
Tell all squads to fan out and funnel any opposition towards us. Explosive charges on levels 2, 5, and 12, just like we planned.
General Kota.
Look, this is Rogue's Shadow, our ship. It's asymmetrical, and I hate it. It's ugly. It's terrible. If it had one or the other of the sides, even with the split in the middle, it would have been fine. But no. They wanted to spice it up. They wanted it to be like Ebon Hawk. That's kind of asymmetrical because it needs the loading ramp. But other than that, it is symmetrical.
Eclipse to Starkiller.
And they made this
Rogue Shadow out of firing
horrible.
range while you attend to your mission.
Even the engine is on the side.
And I will provide whatever intelligence support I can via your comlink. Captain Eclipse out.
Yeah, so there we have it. Our trademark stance with the lightsaber held back and backwards. Second off, Juno and our ship brought us on top of this structure in space, and then we dropped down through space and then through here, and there is an access port to space apparently in this room that's also sealable behind. Like it is a legitimate access point because you can access through it and it seals behind. Also, one thing that is pretty cool about this game, anytime you've got your missions, look at the backgrounds and backdrops, fucking 3x3 pixel resolution. At least I guess they destruct you well enough with the assets in front of you, maybe, or at least that's the idea. Anytime you're in space, you've got your space mission, or you're just a mission in space, and there's a space station and there are windows. You can't break the windows, but also every window has a way to seal itself. That's very good. I think that's very smart. It's a very nice detail that you can actually what if someone broke the window? Well, you seal it for safety. Also, why did all the items get sucked out? Or the atmospheric pressure in the room pushed them out, but not you? And why did they do such a poor job getting pushed out? So that, you know, they barely got anywhere as soon as they left the threshold of the window. Yeah, that's where we gonna stop it for this time, because it's only the first episode, and maybe the last thing, because next thing I'm gonna be using different skins just to show him off, because I've got all of them. He's got this, look at these assets. If only you could turn the lightsaber off. He's already wounded, he's wearing rags, he's gonna be canonically by mission changing clothes, because, you know, hygiene, I guess. But this thing, his training outfit, has this thing on his left pectoral with this whole guard. There is a scorch mark on it, so it seems like it's a bullet that's embedded in an armor. I've seen armor pieces with like large caliber artillery rounds stuck in them. It is reminiscent. It's a very nice size, interesting, but it looks like a bullet that's stuck in an armor plate, because there is scorch marks. But who shot him with a round this big, and why did he keep it? There's some blood, I think, running down. The red streak seems like blood. Maybe it actually did hit him. He also didn't clean it. Because otherwise what it would be, like the restraining bolt on C-3PO and R2-D2 in the first Star Wars movie, the Star Wars. But he's not a robot, so what would you be restricting? It's just a piece of armor. There is no technology on it either. You just have a bunch of bells. The only technology you've got is like your phone on your forearm there, on his right forearm, and I don't know, bells, I guess, and lightsaber. That's what I wanted to say, a lightsaber. So yeah, the idle animation here. Next episode, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be playing a little special character, because the model is interesting. I wanted to show it off. And yeah, like I said, new game is coming out, and it looks reminiscent to this, so we're gonna talk about games more, because I need more and so do you.